gbọ́ àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfínjú. Lórí WhatsApp àfínjú, Instagram àfínjú, Facebook àfínjú, lórí X àfínjú, lórí YouTube àfínjú, lórí TikTok àfínjú. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfínjú. Ẹ bá mi pè o. Àfínjú. Rédíò àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfínjú. Rédíò àfínjú, rédíò àfínjú, rédíò àfínjú. Ẹ bá mi pè o. Àfínjú. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfínjú. Rédíò àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfínjú. Lórí WhatsApp àfínjú, Instagram àfínjú, Facebook àfínjú, lórí X àfínjú, lórí YouTube àfínjú, lórí TikTok àfínjú. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfínjú. Ẹ bá mi pè o. Àfínjú. Rédíò àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfínjú. Rédíò àfínjú, rédíò àfínjú, rédíò àfínjú.
Sọ fún wa nípa okòwò rẹ, kábọ̀ polongo rẹ̀ káyé ó gbọ́, kájé ó sì wọgbà rẹ̀. Látòrí ìpolongo lóhùn lásán, ìpolówó aláwòrán, rédíò àfínjú gan-an ni gbogbo ohun tó nílò wà. Ìpolówó ọjà tó yà lára ọ̀tọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìgbélárugẹ okòwò rẹ àti ohun gbogbo tó o fẹ́ káyé ó mọ̀. Kàn sí rédíò àfínjú fún ìgbéjáde orin, music production, àwọn àkàálẹ̀, documentaries, ìpolówó àti ìkéde eléyìíkéyìí tó o fẹ́ ṣe. Àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ wa ti wà níkàlẹ̀ láti fi ohùn wọn gbé ọ sáyé. Gbogbo ohun tó o nílò pátá ló wà ní rédíò àfínjú. Báwo lo ṣe fẹ́ sí gan? Lónírúurú èdè, òyìnbó, haúsá, ìgbò, yorùbá àti àdàpè òyìnbó, gbogbo rẹ̀ pátá ló wà lọ́dọ̀ wa ní rédíò àfínjú. Fún ìwọ tó fẹ́ ṣe àkàálẹ̀ aláwòrán, àwòrán ara rẹ tàbí tayẹyẹ, dígbí la wà fún ọ. Ó yá, ìwọ tó ti ṣetán láti fi òwò rẹ sí ọkàn gbogbo àwọn oníbàárà rẹ, mọ́ dààmú jìnnà mọ́. Kàn sí rédíò àfínjú lónìí. Wọ́n wà ní Dàda Estate, Òṣogbo, Ọ̀ṣun State. Ẹ sì lè kàn sí wa bákan náà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára wa, Facebook rédíò àfínjú, X rédíò àfínjú, YouTube rédíò àfínjú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, rédíò àfínjú gan-an ní ìlànà ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ tí kò lábàwọ́n.
Good morning. Or let me do it like beautiful Nubia. Good morning, I greet you. How do you do? Good morning, I greet you. We've got some work to do. Good morning, how was your night? I hope you're not cold because, well, there's some cold this morning. Did you wake up on the right side of the bed? You know I ask you all the time. Did you wake up on the right side of the bed? Are you in high spirits? Are you fired up to face your day? Are you ready for the challenges of the day? Are you prepared for the challenges of the week? Are you ready to do exploits? Are you ready to win this week? My name is Adedayo, Oderinu, and I'm your what should I call myself? I bring you doses of motivation 3 days a week. You know, like doctor's prescription, they say morning, 1 in the morning, 1 at night, and 1 in the evening. Our dosage here is 1 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, and 1 on Friday. That's how we do it on Radio Afenju. Don't forget, Radio Afenju is on all social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Radio Afenju. On YouTube, our channel is Radio Afenju. On Facebook, you'll find a profile and a page. Just follow the page and you enjoy all of our programs. Radio Afenju. On YouTube, our channel is Radio Afenju. Again, on TikTok, Instagram, X, Radio Afenju. And if you want to visit our website for breaking news stories, a lot of information that will help you move forward, www.afenjufm.com. Our audio stream is also on our website. Once you open the website, you can listen to us from anywhere in the world and enjoy our quality programs that we bring to you for a maximum enjoyment. Don't forget, Radio Afenju is a broadcast platform with an impeccable dimension to broadcasting. We do it all 100%. Adedayo, Oderinu is my name once again, and this is week motivation. Why do we have week motivation on Radio Afeju? We ensure that at the top of the week, we give you reasons to go ahead in the course of the week. We give you ammunition with which to tackle your challenges in the course of the week. We give you strength. We give you motivation, energy to face all that will come at you in the course of the week. We want to make sure you are not just doing well at your place of work. You are not just doing well at your place of business. You are also excelling greatly, to your own satisfaction. That's why we bring you motivation every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The top of the week episode is always Monday, and that's why we call it the week motivation. The midweek episode is on Wednesday, it's morning motivation, and then the end of the week episode is Friday, morning motivation as well. So what are we discussing this morning on morning motivation? Mediocrity. A lot of people do not even know what mediocrity means in the first place. So let's first define what mediocrity means. Mediocrity, as defined by the dictionary, is the quality of being average or ordinary. Did you get that? Mediocrity is the quality of being average or ordinary. It's just the quality of thinking small is just good enough. Is the quality of being a person who does not want to go beyond average, who does not want to reach for excellence. Mediocrity is a state of mind where you just feel doing little is good enough. Mediocrity is a state of mind where you feel that you do not need to overextend yourself to achieve excellence. Mediocrity is the quality of life where you just think, let me just do the bare minimum. And when you go around the country, when you go around Nigeria, you see a lot of mediocrity flying around. Nobody wants to add any extra effort to anything. Nobody wants to be extraordinary. Nobody wants to be excellent. And this is why a lot of sectors in our country do not grow. Nobody wants to put in any extra effort to making anything right. Nobody wants to contribute any additional effort to making things right. Everybody just wants to go about their business as if, well, if it works, it works. If it does not work, it does not work. We don't have so many people who are willing to volunteer more effort, who are willing to go the extra mile. We have teachers in public schools today who have been teaching with the same old curriculum since 1975. Why? Because they are not willing to go the extra mile to update themselves so they can update their teaching curriculum. We have lecturers today who have been setting the same questions since 1989 because they are not willing to reach for excellence. We have doctors today who do not go out of their way to show empathy to patients. We talk about hospitals today where you take patients to and then you find nurses who behave like they are not willing to even attend to you because they just want to do the bare minimum. We have artisans today who, instead of going the extra mile, making sense of things with extra effort, they just do it and go away. They don't care about excellence. So I already define mediocrity as zero care for excellence. You just don't want to be excellent. Yes, there's the ordinary, which is the bare minimum. If you do it, nobody beats you up. Nobody does anything to you. But there is the excellent, where you go above and beyond to achieve something worthwhile beyond the ordinary. So how do we then overcome mediocrity? Particularly, look at the Nigerian civil service today. A lot of mediocrity reigns supreme in the Nigerian civil service. You get to work, you just want to do your bare minimum and get out. You just want to do the littlest of tasks and leave work because you don't care about quality, you don't care about excellence, you don't care about the civil service being the bastion of good examples. You don't care about setting standards. So you find that a young person gets into the civil service, whether the state civil service or the federal civil service, gets into the civil service, and then he gets demoralized because he finds that the energy he was coming with is not the energy that he meets. In Nigeria, we joke a lot about public property belonging to nobody because we all treat them as if nobody cares. So again, mediocrity is a state of mind where you just don't care. You just want to do your own little minimum and go home. So you find yourself in a place where mediocrity reigns supreme, where nobody wants to put in any extra effort, and then you are coming with this big energy. You just want to make impact. You just want to make things work. How do you cope? How do you cope with mediocrity and overcome mediocrity? Within yourself, how do you overcome the spirit of mediocrity? Probably you get into a place of work and then you find that most of the people you met there just want to do the bare minimum and go home because they are not fired up, they are not willing to do anything extra. So little by little, the spirit of mediocrity begins to creep into your own mind, into your own spirit. You stop wanting to do the extra. You just want to do little and go home. Because of course the people you met there, they are not doing any extra now. Do you understand? Now, how do you overcome that spirit of mediocrity that is creeping into you? How do you live in a society where a lot of people approach issues with mediocrity and be able to stand out and make a difference? Number one, continue to think like the people you admire. You see people of great success, countries where people succeed exceedingly, countries that have developed beyond what we see around here today, are countries where citizens, leaders, followers are going the extra mile. Where followers, citizens, ordinary community people. Okay, we read about Japan. They would go for a World Cup match, I think the last World Cup, and then a story was written about the attitude of the Japanese. They would finish watching a match, and the fans of the Japanese team will wait behind until every other person has left the stadium, and then they will make sure they left the stadium clean. They will go around with big packs, packing all of the dirt in the stadium and leaving the stadium as clean as possible. Nobody demanded it of them. In fact, the hosts of the tournament would have made arrangements for cleaning of the stadiums, or of the stadia, sorry. But the Japanese fans would decide that the attitude of Japan is cleanliness. The attitude of Japan has nothing to do with that. So they will wait back and do the extra. Yes, this is who we are, and they projected a national image. So think like the people you admire. Because the people you admire are that successful. They are at the level they are currently because they put in the extra work. Think about it this way. I was mentoring some young people and I asked them, which school did you graduate from? One of them told me the name of the school he graduated from. How many of you graduated in your class? I said about 150. All right. It means that in just your set, in just your school, 150 people currently hold the kind of certificate that you hold. Currently, that's the truth. Now multiply that 150 by the number of schools that graduated people with same certificate year in, year out since the beginning of education in Nigeria. So count the number of people who possibly have the kind of certificate you have with you. Now, it means that if 1 million of you have a certificate in business administration, that some of you will lazily call BizAdmin. Imagine how many people are looking for business administration jobs. Imagine. So it means what sets you apart is the extra effort, the little extra effort that you put in. That's what sets you apart from the rest of the pack. There are accountants, and there are accountants, and then there are accountants that go above and beyond to make sense of their jobs. Number 2, forget money. One of the reasons we are mediocre at our jobs is because we put money first. We put money first. We forget that a job is first a calling. Your job is first a calling. So if you are in it just to take salary at the end of the month, you can never rise above mediocrity in that industry. It's not possible. You must forget money for a minute. Think about this job as your life. Think about this job as your contribution to society. I once read something that I've forgotten who wrote it now. He said, even if you are a street sweeper, sweep the streets so good that even the hosts of heaven will say that here once lived a great street sweeper. Are we together? So forget money for a minute and think of your role as an important role in society that society needs to develop, and as your contribution to society, as your calling. Think of it that way. So whether you are a gate man currently, see your role as a very important role within the full context of your organization. Do not think of this job, this opportunity, this responsibility. Do not think of it as just something you do to earn some money. No. When you meet teachers who think that their teaching is a contribution to the growth and development of society, you see them completely passionate about delivering their jobs excellently. So think of this role as your contribution to society. Think of this role as so huge that society cannot do without it. Think of yourself as a vital part of the growth of society. Number 3, forget your fears. Forget your fears. Forget your fears. There are several fears that come with that accompany mediocrity. The fear of failure, the fear of standing alone, the fear of being the one people say, "Otie lasheju," the fear of looking like the stupid one, the fear of looking like this one out here in the life. You work in a place where you go the extra mile, you are the one who comes the earliest in the morning, and then you are the one who leaves the latest at night, and then people look at you and say, "Show the life kakani." The fear of what people will say, the fear of you putting all of that effort and still failing. Forget those fears. Know that the outcome is not totally dependent on you. Yeah, not totally. There's a factor that is out of your control, and that is God. But every day, still come, show up, and deliver your absolute best. Knowing that, yes, one or two parts of it is beyond my control, but the one that is within my control, I will deliver to the best of my ability. Right? So, forget your fears. Forget everything that makes you feel, what if I do it so well and I still fail? Even if you don't do it so well, you can fail. Success or failure is not completely, it's not 100% in your control. There is some huge control in the hands of God and the hands of nature, as some would prefer to put it. So forget your fears for a minute. Forget the fear of being the odd one out. Where you are the odd one out and people look at you like, why don't we share route to buy? Choose to be the example. Choose to be the positive reference point that people look at and say, but you see Lagbaja now. Find satisfaction, find joy, find love, delivering at the highest level of output. Number 4, forget toxic relationships. Walk out of them. You see, this is where I get to spend the most time. In your life, review your relationships. Review all of your relationships. If any relationship you are currently in does not allow you strive for excellence, please walk out of it. Please, for your own sake. Because iron sharpeneth iron. So if you hang around the people who dampen your spirit will soon get so damp, there'll be nothing to do with it. Hang around people who have a life. Hang around people who give you positive motivation to go ahead. You are in your place of work, and then a lot of your colleagues are just mediocre. They just want to do the bare minimum and get out. So at break time, they cluster somewhere, do small talk from the beginning of break till the end, continue small talk till the close of work, and then just bring in a lot of lackadaisical attitude into the workplace. Move out of that kind of circle. Move out. If you want to be a high-performing individual, you must move with people who are high-performing individuals. You move with people whose principles about life are mediocre, and you will soon find yourself becoming mediocre. You move with people who have no future ambition, and your ambition will soon be dead. You move with people whose ideas of life are silly, abnormal, irresponsible, impractical, and very shortly, your principles about life will soon become irresponsible. Irresponsibility begets irresponsibility. So you move around them, and they soon begin to make you become like them. So walk away very far from toxic relationships. Walk very far away from people who drag you down. Walk very far away from people who push you to do less than the standards that excellence requires. Don't forget, misery loves company. Misery. That's the same way irresponsibility loves company. Irresponsibility also loves company. That's the same way abnormal behavior, mediocre behavior loves company. Mediocrity loves company. That's the same way that toxic relationships want to swell. They want to increase in number. They want to get bigger. Do you understand? So walk away from everybody who inspires you to do wrong things. Walk away from everybody who gives you inspiration to do less than excellence demands of you. Walk away from everybody who handles issues with levity. Walk away from everyone who sees life from a very narrow scope. Walk away from everybody who does not see themselves as playing a major role in society. Walk away from them and move towards people who recognize their place in society and recognize that society needs them to grow. Move close to people who see clearly what their roles are in making society develop. Work closely with people who know where they are going. Work closely with people who are willing to achieve excellence, who are willing to be extraordinary. And then when you have defined your relationships, be unapologetic about your definition of your relationships. The world will say, but this is your life we're talking about. This is your life. Everyone who trivializes issues of excellence and extraordinary living, walk away from them. You have somewhere you are going, and they are not your companions because they are not going in that direction. They're not going in that direction. So, redefine excellence. Define how you approach the need for you to become extraordinary, and fight mediocrity to a standstill. I wish you the best this week. I hope you are able to overcome mediocrity at work. I hope you are able to do the extra. I hope you are able to go the extra mile to achieve optimal productivity this week at your place of work, at your place of business, at your place of service, at your place of primary assignment. Don't forget, you can follow Radio Afenju across all social media platforms. On Facebook, our page is Radio Afenju. On YouTube, our channel is Radio Afenju. On Instagram, TikTok, X, Radio Afenju is our handle. And then you can follow our audio stream on our website, www.afinjufm.com. Don't forget, it's a good week to hustle again. It's a good week to set good examples at work. It's a good week to strive for excellence. It's a good week to reach for the stars. And I pray that you find the energy and the motivation. I've given you the motivation and the enablement to do exceedingly greatly this week. My name is Adedayo, Oderinu, and this is me wishing you a very productive week, a very excellent week, and a mediocrity-free week. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Life no get duplicate.
Na so ẹ̀mí ò láàárọ̀ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Make you take am easy.
Na so.
Radio Afinju says if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Make you take am easy.
Na so.
This awareness is brought to you by Radio Afinju. When heavy rain begin fall and plenty water full everywhere, dey alert my people, shine your eyes as e dey happen for other places e fit reach your side.
Má ṣe da ìdọ̀tí sójú àgbàrá, gbé ilẹ̀ rẹ fún àwọn ọkọ̀ akólẹ̀.
No go put yourself for danger dey waka for flooded roads.
Gbọ́ o, ǹjẹ́ tó bá rí ẹnikẹ́ni tó hùwà tó lòdì sí òfin àmójútó ìdọ̀tí àti ẹ̀gbin, ẹ fi tó àwọn aláṣẹ létí. Report to the nearest authorities.
Má ṣe da ìdọ̀tí sójú àgbàrá.
Ìlera lọ́rọ̀. This awareness is brought to you by Radio Afinju. Ẹ bá mi pè é o. Àfínjú. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfínjú. Rédíò. Àfínjú. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ Àfínjú. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo Àfínjú. Lórí WhatsApp. Àfínjú. Instagram. Àfínjú. Facebook. Àfínjú. Lórí X. Àfínjú. Lórí YouTube. Àfínjú. Lórí TikTok. Àfínjú. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfínjú. Ẹ bá mi pè é o. Àfínjú. Rédíò. Àfínjú. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ Àfínjú. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo Àfínjú. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ Àfínjú.